good morning.
How we doing?
Doing well. You have quite the background going on there.
Yeah, you like my dishes?
Those are fancy.
You like my plates? I think that's pewter right there.
Oh my goodness.
Not to be confused with the computer over there. Yeah, I'm pet sitting.
I see.
And the logistics worked out in such a way that I was like packing up all my stuff, heading over. The internet's real good over here.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you got like I feel very washed out compared to the color that you're getting on yours. Like
it's vibrant. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow. You're welcome. I think that's me actually. I don't think it has anything to do with the background.
my camera needs a little bit of love. Oh my gosh. What's going on here?
I got that much energy.
True story.
Yes, sir.
Well, cool.
What are we doing today there, boss?
We are looking for files.
Ruh-roh.
I think it looks like I've got everything I need here. Yeah, okay. I've got everything I need, but the original the ZBrush file, like it's gone, but all the exports are here, so we'll see what we're gonna pull off today.
All right.
But the idea is to actually go and play in Twinmotion before the end of the day, but we'll see how far we get. A couple announcements that are kind of cool. Twinmotion just dropped its new version, and there's some really cool toys in here.
What?
And also Maya just dropped a new version last week too. So I'm sitting in both of these brand new programs. So this is really fun to kind of see. I don't know how much of the new stuff in Maya I'm going to be playing with. Maybe one thing, the one thing that I really enjoy about it though, is that it's so fast compared to what it used to be when it loads up. Oh my gosh. It's like exponentially different. It's phenomenal. So I am very happy with that. But yeah, let's just kind of jump in here. So the idea is that we are going to, if you don't have Twinmotion, go get it. It's free. It's awesome. But the idea is that here inside of Maya, what we're going to be doing is building basically just a spot to put all of our solar system pieces that we're building last week. So I've got a few ideas for what I'm going to be doing, so you all have an idea of where we're going with this. So I went on the interwebs and grabbed a couple of images. I like this idea of grabbing reference elsewhere because coming up with stuff inside of my head, I'm not so awesome. But if I got a few points to like push myself, then I'm cool. So the idea is this thing will be surrounded. That's a fountain. I'm thinking of fountain. It'll be surrounded by this bench. I really like this bench, but I want to tweak it because it's reference. It's not the anchor point that I'm going for. And since we're going with the solar system, I'm thinking this outside edge will be like the Oort cloud, for those of you that understand what the Oort cloud is. And then I want to have some kind of, not this thing here in the center. That's not what I'm actually going for, although that is really cool. But you've always got like greenery around the outside of it too. So a little spot where there's actually some bushes around the outside, something there. And then kind of thinking, it's going to be next to some kind of a water feature there too. But the reason I also bring these other pieces up is because public art is a huge, huge, huge thing with so much in going into architecture. I think it's always important to understand that there is a specific amount of the budget that does go into the public art that actually sits around it, whether it's a temporary installation or whether it's something that's totally permanent. Like, it's always worth it to kind of understand that this is out here. And for artists, myself included, I don't do a lot of fine art, but at the same time, I find that this is such a draw. It's so cool to like be able to walk up somewhere and be like, hey, I made the thing. Like, that was something I worked on. Case in point, if I can find this fella here real quick. And it's a guy that I've worked with a few times. Yeah, this guy right here. So Ted Price, Colorado native, super, super cool cat. And he came to me and he's like, oh, I want to make these huge pieces, monster ones. So this is one that I helped him work on, built this actually inside of ZBrush, and then he ended up manufacturing it, had pieces shipped back from China. This is here in Colorado. It's actually just south of the school that I work at, the Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design. And it's a monster. This thing is huge. The ball diameter is something like, I think it's like 3 meters. Like, it's huge. He's like 6'6". Like, he's huge too. So kind of a comparison to what's going on there. But it's always worth it to understand that, all these things that we do, as artists, whether we're working inside of Maya or ZBrush or Twinmotion or the Unreal Engine, like this stuff becomes public art really easily. So it's always awesome to kind of play with. And it's just cool to kind of like walk up to it and be like, hey, check this out. Like, this is really fun. Like, oh, always worth looking into. So way cool. Yay.
Might I suggest, as part of the background, plates?
We got
some plates, some collectible, decorative, commemorative plates.
Put those in there too.
Yeah.
We can. I mean,
inspired yet or no?
Do the thing. I'm okay with that.
Do I need to pan up to the rest of this cabinet? Because I will. Don't make me.
Right. So I'm going to start bringing in all the pieces here, and you will notice that these. Let's see here. Let me bring up the Hypershade. I'm not going to go over how to use Maya. This is not what this class is all over. This thing is going to be about. There are oodles and oodles of videos out there. I will, of course, explain what I'm doing. So what you're seeing here, this is the Hypershade. This is for putting all the materials on objects. So you can see up here in the top right, I actually have one already for the Earth. It already built one. So that's going to save me a little bit of time. This is what came over from ZBrush, which is awesome. I'm going to minimize that one. So I also, let's just kind of make hotkeys happen here. So Jupiter, and then Mars, and I promise, Mercury. Oop. Neptune, Pluto, Saturn, and the Sun, Venus. Okay, so we should have all the pieces in here. We can double check over here. So yeah, we've got all these in here. Awesome. So let's kind of fan these out. Actually, I do want to bring in one other piece because scale is incredibly important. So where's our little human guy? Yeah, okay, cool. So everything's still the right size. Perfect. So let's grab Mercury. And we'll pull this one out a little ways. And Mercury, Mars, Neptune, we'll bring out further. Pluto is going to be on the far end. Now, I don't know that I'm going to be making it this big either.
It looks like a really obnoxious life preserver that he's wearing. You can see. I'm ready to come in. How's the water?
Where'd Earth go?
Where did Earth go?
It's around here somewhere. That one. There we go. Okay, so we have all of our planets. Whoops. Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. Oh, do we miss Uranus? I think we missed one. There it is. Slide those out. Okay, so here we go. Now the other thing that I'm planning on doing, this is actually pretty good sized. Cool, I like this. So the other thing that I'm planning on doing is setting it up so that these will actually rotate around this like center point back in here. So if we can do this and have each one of these go around, I'm not going to set them up for speed. I don't think that's going to be a thing, but that'd be awesome. So what we need to worry about when we're thinking about this, let's actually move him out of the way now that we know how big everything is. We need to make sure that their pivot points are all set at this world origin. And this is something that is incredibly important when it comes to animation, when it comes to modeling, just about anything really. Otherwise, we're going to have all kinds of issues in the long run. So this one's already set up there. That's good. So we grab this one and I can just tap the D key, hold down the X key, and I can just move the pivot. Oh, come here. Try that again. I forgot they've added a feature in this one where it will actually reset. Let's just back this up. I believe that one, and then we can do this. The question is, can I do multiples in one go? I think I can. Yeah, that perfect. Yes. Each one of these should now have their pivot all in the same spot. But cool. So then when I rotate them, they'll actually rotate around. So excellent. It will help a lot. So now that I have this, we need to decide what we want this to look like. Now, this is often when a client will come to you and be like, oh, this is what I want this whole thing to look like. We don't have to worry about that today. This is going to be awesome. We can kind of make it up on the fly. So I'm going to make this pretty simple just to kind of save a little bit of time. But what I'm going to do is just create a cylinder here on the floor. And then I can lift it up just a little bit. And my thought is that this is going to be a fountain of some sort. Now, whether or not I want the people to actually be able to get into there, that's something that's kind of a thought. And if we do that, what I'm going to do is actually move this out just a little bit because I want a walkway in here where the asteroid belt is because I'm a nerd like that. Let's grab these pieces.
I thought it was going to be like a Wipeout style water feature. Get your legs taken out.
Good luck. Good luck. It's a thing here. All right. So in here, we can actually change the number of axes. So I'm just going to crank this up. Twinmotion, remember, Twinmotion actually runs on the Unreal Engine. And it works really well with objects. It does well with objects that have a lot of points on them versus a bunch of objects that just have a few points on them. So you kind of have to judge on how much you're really going to be playing with it. Now it's also really built for architects too, so that'll help a lot. So let's take this and let's take the caps. Let's add in. Actually, I'm really only going to need like 2 because I can grab this edge. Maybe come here. Give me the edge.
Come here, talk nice.
Edge. Wrong direction. There we go. Grab that one. I can slide this where I want it. I can also look at it from above. Here too. There we go. That one. Do that. Okay, cool. And I want to walk right around the outside of it as well. So I'm going to grab all the faces on the outside, extrude these out just a little bit. This is going to be a walkway. We need to bring these up. And then we'll grab this edge. Just a little bit. We're going to fake this. Like so. Oops. Get rid of that edge for the moment. These ones, let's expand this out just a little bit more. And this is why I keep, excuse me, this is why I keep this guy in here, because I want to make sure that, I'm thinking about human size. Always, 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 always. It's always worth it. There we go. Got that. Let's take this to the next level, and let's actually bevel these guys up here as well. Give it another, ooh, not so much. There we go. Just a little bit soft. Cool. So then I can put just a water feature inside of this thing. It'll just kind of sit down in here, and I can cover both the inside and the outside because there are things like for this inside of Unreal and Twinmotion. Now, the other thing that I want is I need a walkway for the people to actually get from one spot to the next. But I don't want them walking in the water. I want some kind of a bridge. So let's build a small bridge over here on the side. And we can start this with, let's start it with a cylinder. Something that's always worth kind of paying attention to is that if you're going to build anything, have the computer build more of it for you than you have to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat. Oops, come here. And if we take the bottom of this off, I now have bridge. Shrink that down. So make this a little shorter. And I don't want this. Whoa, this stuff. This up. I'm going to use this for, let's snap it down here. There we go. Look at it from above. Oh, above, but that
Whoa. Is that a bridge?
Yeah. So
Nice.
there we go. I wanted to be able to at least get down to where the asteroids are. That's going to be helpful. But the problem that we have to try and deal with here is that as these things are going around, how safety concerns.
Seriously, dude, I'm thinking lawsuit.
I know, right?
Someone's gonna bust a leg.
Something that conversations that I often have with some of the artists that I work with. They're like, so if we're gonna do this thing, we got to make sure that people aren't climbing on it after 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like, oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So
might as well. My wife has a picture of the jacks. We have a giant ball and jacks in downtown Parker, and there's a sign that says "Do not climb on the jacks." So she's got a picture of that sign in the foreground with kids climbing all over the jacks. The people will do what they do.
Yeah, they're you're not really going to stop them.
Yeah.
There's really, I know one of the projects that I'd work on was a Bacchus. And I mean, that's just asking for somebody to climb on it. Like, it's Bacchus. Come on, seriously. We know exactly where this is going. So it's always kind of, what do we do to kind of prevent that from happening? But we also have to think about like the structure here. So with this one of the things I'm worried about, like, people are going to climb on this thing no matter what, but whatever, we're in a fictitious world. We can get away with whatever we want. So, as these are coming around, they have to be able to clear this thing. So there has to be some kind of a cut in each one of these right underneath it. And the other question is, these things aren't going to float. They actually have to have some kind of structural support underneath them. So let's build that stuff in there. And this is actually going to be pretty easy to do. We're just going to use cylinders. And I don't need that many subdivisions in it. That's a little bit overkill. 8 should be fine. The other thing that's always really important to pay attention to, I get it. Yep. So I'm never going to see these faces here on the bottom, and I'm never going to see these faces here up at the top. So I'm not going to have the computer render them. It's not going to do me any good. The other thing that we can worry about here too is that looking at this cylinder, like, it's very faceted. Well, do I want that faceted in my world? If I do, then leave it as is. But I can also come in here, at least in Maya, and I can turn on what are called soft edges. So now it'll appear as though it's soft. So this is quite literally how video games fake the idea of something that's like a barrel and make it look like it's solid and it's nice and smooth, but it's not. It's not at all. Okay, so now we need to, let's hide these pieces. Bring back the grid just so we have some round. And here, we're just going to shrink these down. And these are just going to be supports, just super easy supports. If not, that's real close. There we go. So, pull these suckers out. So, we'll line these up here in a moment.
This is fun. The giant blue
Big
bear that's outside the convention center in Denver. So got to meet the artist that did that, and he won the contract essentially, and was going to the final meeting to show his work.
I love this story. Yeah, go ahead.
And he came up with this bear, like out of the blue. He came up with this bear, which was totally divergent from what the original plan was, and he 3D printed it and brought it in to pitch it to them, and like totally, railed the whole process, and they loved it, and they wanted it exactly the way it was, and so he had 3D printed it with blue filament, and that's the color of the bear that they produced, staring through the glass at the convention center in Denver.
I've never actually seen what his original proposal was. Had you ever seen it?
No, yeah, he mentioned it briefly, but he didn't. I don't think he wanted to talk about that. But It was probably catering to what the request, if it was the city that was requesting it or whatever, it was probably catering to what they had envisioned about commerce and city and this and movement. Like it probably had a lot of the hot buttons in it, and then he captured the essence of the nature and the city converging.
Yeah, I love it when projects change like that. And so
Yeah.
Okay, so something that we have to think about when we're going from any program into a program like Twinmotion is that if the objects are, even if they're connected, so I can merge these two together, but even if they're connected, if they've got different materials on them, they come out as two separate objects over there. So it's not necessarily a problem. But I do want to connect them together because let's go ahead and combine these. And then, oh, it's going that way. Go this way. Last name Sun. Perfect. And then I have to move the pivot points again. Of course. That one and then that one. That one and that one.
I think for added effect, you could actually light the sun on fire for further lawsuits.
It's actually a barbecue, like it opens up.
That's right. Rotisserie. We call this the rotisserie fountain.
That one. If y'all are new to Maya, one of the things that you can do to speed yourself up a lot is to hit the G key, because it'll just repeat the last command that you gave it. It's so awesome. Go hit interface buttons anymore. There we go.
This guy's going to be surprised when he turns around and sees the progress you made.
Right. Let's put.
Does it cause an issue that, like, if you wanted to have the rods, one color material, and the planets different, is that going to be an issue, or is that going to be fine?
No, we're going to have to do a little bit of fighting, but it's not going to be a major concern. And one of the things that I want to do, so this is actually a really good point. So looking at, it's down here. So in here, you can see we've got all of these materials. Oh, we've got Lambert 2 in here too. Pro tip, try not to do anything ever to Lambert 1 inside of Maya. I would just suggest against it. It's not going to break anything, but it messes with stuff. So what I'm going to do is, because I've got different materials on all these pieces, so Sun, Saturn 1 and 2. Okay, cool. Each one of these rods, so let's right click on this and say select, where are you at? Select the initial shading group. Yeah, so each one of these, you see they all kind of lit up a little bit pink. So they're all this Lambert 1. So what's cool is that when I get over to Twinmotion, my tablet just died. The machine will know that they're all one material, so I can just drop a material on any of those rods, and it will actually just replace all of them, which is super cool. So I'm going to create a new material in here, and it doesn't matter what kind of material it is. So you could use something super generic, which is I'm going to do here. So we'll call this one rods now. And so I have something visual that I can tell what it is. We're going to make it bright yellow. So let's select all of the objects that have got that. And then we're going to assign it to them. So there we go. So there's that. Cool. So that gets that one set up. Let's bring everything back. Yeah, that one also had it. Let's put number 1 for now on that one. Okay, so we have the materials set up. Now we need to set up a couple of cracks in this. And we'll just do it simple. We'll just do it brute force, whatever. We use the multi-cut tool. Boom, cut, then cut.
Is this arch spinning, or is it okay? It's got some slots in it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cut holes in it.
So you're literally gonna have to dodge the planets as they come through, or get on them and ride them around.
I'm a big fan of interactive art.
Me too. I'm all for it, dude. I'm signed up. I didn't mean to sound skeptical or anything. That's just my curious sound.
That's the way that works. This is
Yeah.
gonna hit it. Okay, that's gonna hit it. All right, it's not gonna be much, so I'm really not gonna fiddle.
Right.
This is a prototype. This is to get the
Get the contract so you can
get the
change it.
contract. Yeah, exactly. These, whoops, those two edges and those two edges and those two edges and those two edges, and we're just going to extrude those down. Like so.
Whoa. That's nice.
Yeah. I know. I wish one of these days I'm going to learn all these tricks inside of Blender, and I'm going to be unstoppable. It's going to be amazing. But until then, I got to do it all in here. Now, I could have done this earlier, but we're going to do it now. I want like a metal. This. Nope. Once it's on there, it's on there. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay.
Please disperse. There's nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here, people.
Please disperse.
So then I just need to close this off. I could have done that more efficiently, but whatever. We can fix this.
That's what I was going to say. But
oh, here's a trick. We're going to do this. I want constraint, selection constraint. We want it on angle. Set this to like 45. Select all of those faces. Get rid of that stuff. There we go. Then we're going to do off these, and we're just going to extrude it straight down. I want this to have some meat to it. Now
that feels safer.
Oh, I know. We need little poles and things under here too.
Thank you. Yes.
Be a thing. Now I've got a problem, and you can't see it yet. But if I do this, you can see it. And you can see that they're inside out. So, okay. Are we not gonna? Really? There we go. That was weird. Select the tops of all these. We'll then invert that, and we'll come up here and we'll say reverse. Really? You're not going to do that? All right, cool. I'll try it this way then. Wow, that's just not going to be happy today. Oh, even at 30. Oh, I know why I was grabbing it all. Because the tablet is sliding across the surface and creating a marquee selection. That one. Okay, now let's invert that selection. Yep. Then we can use them.
what a interface there.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez,
wow, this thing is still going to give me a hard time. All right, fine. Be that way. See if
I mean, the building inspector is not going to prove it anyway, so you might as well.
Right.
You know, the strategy with building inspectors, you got to give them some real low-hanging fruit. You got to give them an obvious problem to jump on, so they ignore the bigger problems.
Yeah. We're gonna go this way then. If we go straight up, just bottom center inside out. Okay, cool. So we'll take that. Oh. I changed it. Oh, I know what's going on. So when Maya first, yeah, good times. Selection. It's doing what I'm telling it to do. Drag, shift, copy. Where are you? Orientation, pin orientation. That one. Yeah, it's camera-based selection. That one right there. It's a checkbox. I'm like, what are you doing? Why would you do this to me? So now I can do this. Yeah, see, and it's still not picking those ones up. All right. Just go around the long way. You're going to fight me every step of the way, aren't you, Maya? All right. We'll go the long way then. Paint these out of here. I always laugh because I watch my students do it. I'm like, there's a faster way to do it. But if you don't understand how the machine thinks, then it's not necessarily faster. I want that one. You are seriously turned off, right? I'm not crazy. Yeah, they are turned off. Turn that off. I want you to give me that one. Oh, are you dealing with this now too? Aha, you are dealing with that now too. Okay, that's cool.
What's this? What's that?
Oh, it's doing what I'm telling it to do. Because I've actually made them invisible, I can't actually select them from the backside. So that's how it feels about that. Okay, not a worry. We got this figured out. All right, so now I'm going to take these. I'm going to make this a different material as well. So let's call this one wood. Let's create a generic one here. And we'll make this kind of a brown. Grab those. And we want wood. There we go. Got it. All right. This and these should also be wood. Like that. And then this one and this one, we'll make these ones the same. Material, make that a Lambert. Metal. This. Be the ones on the bottom. Oops, this one. Oh, what's also awesome, we don't have to worry about UVs on this either. So let's create new material. This one's going to be what? Why did you do that? I want a new one. There we go.
This is an ambitious project.
This is a huge project.
Yeah.
Where my projects go.
Yeah.
But what's nice is that, you know,
It's looking good though.
With all of this, that is that actually, what do you think? Nothing. Okay, we're going to delete you then. One of the things that's really nice is that, you know, this proposal, if it were to be an actual proposal, like it's just so much less work and it's so easy to change things so fast. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because all too often they're like, oh, it's going to take 20 hours to do the thing. You're like, no, it's not. Trust me. This is going to be super easy. Can you make a change? Be like, yes, I can. Totally. Okay. And then I need to turn this off. Come on. There we go. And this one should be concrete as well. Okay. So we have, I think we've got all the pieces we need here. Oh, we need the Ort Cloud thing. Okay. So we're going to get fancy with this. First save before we forget. And actually, we're going to do one other thing to this because I want to make sure that this concrete on the ground is right on the floor, and I don't want it to be on the ground. I want it to be up just a little bit. That way, when we actually stick it on the ground in Twinmotion, it won't be in the wrong place. So we want angles to that one. We'll lift this up. So, and then this outside edge, we will take this and we'll drop this one down like so. All right. So then Ort Cloud thing. All right, save before I forget. Now, if we look back at this reference, see all these little holes in here? Now, this thing that I've been thinking about this all morning. I'm like, how can I build this so this is structurally sound? And I gave up on it. I was like, whatever, I'm not even going to worry about it.
Oh, yeah.
What I would love to do is to have, whoops, wrong button, would be to have a dome that actually covers this whole thing. But as big as this is, there's no way that's going to support itself because I want it made out of glass and I want these little tiny flecks of like rocks inside of them, right? I'm like, that's just never going to happen. Like, it's just not going to be a thing. So instead, I'm going to kind of go a little bit more based on what we have here, where we have our kind of this flowy kind of pattern. And then just have a whole bunch of holes in it, and it'll be the negatives versus the positive things. So that's how I feel about that. But I do want to bench around the outside of it. So let's create a new cylinder. About like so. Let's make sure that we have plenty subdivisions all the way around. Let's set this up at like 100, so it's really smooth. This we can send back to the origin. A little bit bigger. Let's squish it down. Bench height. Let's say that'll work out pretty well. I don't think I've got. I got a better idea. Let's not use this one. It's a little bit of time. I want a pipe. There we go. That back to the world origin.
Whoa.
Down. Subdivisions. Now I can play with the thickness. There's about that. All right, and then subdivision and the caps. We want at least one. Let's go a little bit thicker. There we go. Let's grab that outside edge and we it out a little bit. Let's grab.
We call this the liability waiver border. No one is allowed inside until they've signed it.
Until they've, yeah, we've got this thing here.
Oh, it's also a bench. Okay.
Yeah, so you can sit down. It's got to be places for people to sit down.
That's right. To watch the show.
We still need a place for people to get in. So that's a thing. So let's grab that. Oh, I had them. Let's make this a little bit taller. Cool. So now we're going to go into here and we're going to set it so that they can only move in Y. Perfect. But I want to grab the vertices and turn off X and Z. Just come on. Oh, really? Object, can I turn them off? There we go. I just went there. There we got it. That way I can't accidentally goof these up. So this is fun. So we're going to grab some of these and I'm going to turn on this soft select so that if I move one, some of the others around it kind of move with it. I wonder if I do, there we go, edges. That'll work a little bit better. I want this kind of wavy shape and form here. Bring those ones down. About like that. There we go. Okay. So we've got that. So then we need to punch a bunch of holes in it. So this is where Maya's going to crash on me. Let's see how this works. and cylinder. And we're just going to boolean this like we know what we're doing. I don't think this is really well, but we'll find out. Send it back to the center. Stretch this out. Little tiny. Lift it up. Now we want to, let's see here, special duplicate. Yep, there we go. So we want to make copies. We want them to be the same size, X, Y. So we want to rotate this 360 degrees, and let's make, oh, hold on, we don't want 360. So if we want 100 of these, they need to go 36, 10. Should probably be plenty though. Let's do a few more. If I want 100 of these, they need to go 3.6. Whoops. 600. There we go. Awesome. Grabbing these. A couple at a time. These ones up. Some of these. Push these ones down. Pull these ones up. Push those ones down. Grab a couple of these. Push those ones down. Just kind of randomize it. And then double check that they're actually poking through the surface. Double there. Down. I did get doubles. Okay. That's going to be entertaining.
What's that game with all the sticks plugged through where you have to pull them out without dropping the ball?
Kerplunk? Kerplunk?
Is that what it is? Yeah. NNO, what's up, dude? Yeah. Streamed for 6 hours over the weekend. Was it the week? Yeah.
NNO was doing that? I know you were on the
I was, yeah. They were they joined in. It was a really good group. Everyone was helping each other out. I got all kinds of stuff done. I'm like, I'm living the college dream right now, man. I haven't slept in over 24 hours, I think. It's it's been an exciting day. I'm gonna hit the ground hard.
You're a machine. All right, let's see if we can get this thing to crash.
Are you gonna like bend all those up? Like, what's gonna happen here?
I don't know. We're gonna grab these.
Yeah.
Come over here, and we're gonna say boolean. We're gonna set this to difference. Now the question is, keep this one. Grab the ones you want to cut. So far, so good.
Oh, you're poking holes?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
So they're not really stars and they're not really suns. I mean, they were supposed to be like the Oort cloud, but if you know anything about the Oort cloud, they're not very shiny. So these are just things in the background. All right, so we got those. So this should pretty much do what we want, but let's clean this up a little bit.
We got our dude there for scale.
That could be too tall. Ooh. That's just a knee height. Okay, cool. All right, so then let's take that edge. We'll bevel that. And let's give it 3 seconds. Ooh, Maya, you are chugging. Let's delete the history on that thing. There we go. Level that one too. So, okay, there's that. Now I want this. A different material.
It's nice you're doing a smooth edge on the bench so no one hurts themselves on the right angle before
Right.
they Planet takes them out.
Right. Yeah. If you only help them so much. Help
Right.
them so much.
We were gonna bludgeon you over the water. We don't want you bleeding, so we're gonna smooth these edges.
I'll take these and make this one. Where's that metal? Metal. Same thing with those.
Oh, nice.
Where you at, metal? There's that.
I'm thinking skateboarders are going to be a problem for you there.
It's definitely something I've had to worry about in the past, both as a skateboarder and as a
Totally, dude.
Actually,
yeah,
puts this stuff together. Okay, what do I want to make this back out of? I guess we could just give it a material for now. We can find out later. I get all of them. I thought so. I was going to miss these ones. Okay, I think I got all of them. That. I'll just say, whoops, wrong button. Let's do a new material. I'll call this one OORT. Right. Then here, set that one concrete. There we go. Okay, did anybody see the major fatal flaw in this one yet? You can't get in. So let's punch some holes in this.
I think that's part of the excitement, you know.
How?
If you're physically capable of getting in, you probably will survive it.
Superman.
Ooh, that's interesting. Nice.
Clean that one up. Clean that one up. So holes. There we go. We're gonna cheat. We're just gonna triangulate it. Oh nope, we're not. That didn't like that. A little bit of cleanup in here. My students are yelling at me from the classroom they're sitting in. Why are you making n-gons? What are you doing in your life? This is how you fail my classes. You leave n-gons in places. Oh my god, I harp on my students so hard about that. They love it.
They love it. I'm sure they do. Those kids, they love it.
Let's go. Yeah, let's extrude. And then we're gonna offset this in just a little bit.
They'll be thankful though. You set the standard for them.
Right. And then these faces. Actually, let's do this. Existing metal. That one's going to be concrete. And that one. Concrete. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna should we have more entrances? What time is it? What do we got?
No, you need to place the kiosk, you know. The first aid kiosk. It should be right there.
It should be right there.
One. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna make an executive decision here. We're gonna change this because I want that to be a totally different material. We're gonna call that one That's right for now. Okay, so that one. We've got an entrance.
This is looking amazing, dude.
It's gonna be freaking awesome. I do want more entrances though, so
yeah.
Let's do this. We're going to. Where's my button? Where's my button? Not that
Gonna
one.
do like 3 entrances.
Ooh, I could do
What do you
3.
think?
I was thinking 4 though, because it's going to be a lot easier to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then. Can I? 1, 2. Yeah, we'll just cut another one over here. We can brute force this. That's fine. Let's
brute finesse.
Brute finesse. Ooh, I like that. I like the way that sounds.
Yeah.
Holes. Okay, cool. That one. That one. Oh, that's right. I got to clean up that spot first. Oh. Come here. All right. History. You ever run into an issue in Maya? Good Lord, just delete the history. It almost always fixes it. Wow, it's not liking it though. Give me that edge. There we go.
When you have this part done, is this then exported as a certain like an OBJ or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I could just export them out as a couple of different pieces.
Mm-hmm. And then they can be dropped into Twinmotion and textured.
Yeah, it really is pretty much that simple. And then it's just a matter of like building the world from there, which is just so freaking cool. So I don't know that we're going to get to it today. Concrete, edges, metal. Okay, good to go. Let's take this guy. And then we will mirror this, and we're going to go across Z. There we go.
Bada bing.
Boom. Love it. Delete the history of that. Before, yeah. Anything else I want on this? Just for good measure. Whoops. In water. Actual water plane. Oh, what are we doing here? Maya, what are you doing here, buddy? What are you doing?
I was gonna say we have a flood. We have a flood on our hands, but there you go.
Got it. Okay,
it's
cool.
been contained.
And then we will assign a new material. This one. That one. Why not? Because it should be blue. Do dark blue this time around.
Ooh.
Fancies. Let's get rid of the wireframe here. Boop. All right. So
Nice.
now let's grab everything and bring back the grid. And let's get in here close. Come on. There we go. We got an extra piece in there. All right. And then we're going to move the pivots. Oops. I don't want you to align to that. You're going to give me a hard time by being there, aren't you? All right. Give me a hard time just for existing.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you feel about that, eh?
Yep.
We didn't need the character. You can send his pivot. Whoops. Back to where it belongs. Okay, let's grab everything. Delete the history on it. All right, so we have all of our pieces. This one we're going to call port. This one called base. Bridge. Come here. Give me the thing. There we go. Call that one water. All these other ones have got a number on them, and that should work fine. Okay, cool. So, don't need the ones at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and leave them for now. They're going to be in the ground, so we probably won't see them. Excellent. All right, so of just exporting these suckers out. And let's create a new folder in here. From Maya. And cool. So then it's just a matter of getting all these pieces out. So then we'll hide that one.
So we're exporting?
We are exporting.
What?
This one. That one. That one. That. This one. Bridge. And that one. All right, cool. Sun. Mercury. Venus. You know, this is so exciting every time.
So, what movie is the quote? We on Pluto. How could you tell? By the bark, you dummy.
I don't know that one.
We'll see. We got a couple thousand people watching the live stream. We'll see who guesses it first. I said a couple or 1,000. People can put that in the comments. Put that in the comments if you're watching Gatlin hustle on the export here. He's almost done.
There we go. And hide. What? Really? There we go. Okay. Got it. Sweet. So now we have all of our pieces. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, at 10 o'clock even. All right. So let's take this to the next step because I said we try and get into here. So we're going to do this. So let's zip over to Twinmotion. So this is Twinmotion. This is an amazing program. From here, what we can do is where should we put this in the world? Because we can go anywhere in the world here. Should we do this here at home in Denver?
Oh my gosh. Anywhere in the world.
Just drop in the middle of Dubai.
I wouldn't do that. Wow. Oh, you know what? There's no. I was going to say in Sweden, but there was a really nice park there, but it's kind of on a hill. That'd be awkward. Planets would be rolling down. Yeah, what about by the Museum of Nature and Science in Denver? There's a huge park, that city park.
True. Can I actually open this up higher? No, I can't. Okay, so we need to go. This is downtown. So we go a little bit south. There's Cheeseman Park. We can drop in Cheeseman Park.
I think you want to look for like Franklin or.
Are we south of 6th at that point? I don't remember. It's been a while since I've been over there. I haven't
I
left
don't
the house in months.
Yeah, seriously.
Prom Elementary. Well, I know we got.
Right.
Well, here I know this. I know where this is at, so we can do this up right here, right off Colfax. We'll just put it right off Colfax. There'll be plenty of places. So Civic Center Park. So we can select this area. So I should probably explain where I'm at. So inside of the interface over here on the right, you see this little context kind of button, right? It's got a little tree on it. So if you click on that, you'll get this urban button. So you can hit this urban button. It says, hey, where do you want to go, right? So you can type in wherever you want. Denver. And then boom. So we're right here. So then this little button right here at the top, this little zone grab thing, hit that and then just kind of center it on this spot. And we'll just say grab. So it's going to take a minute. But what it's doing, I don't think is looking at Google Earth. I don't remember exactly where it's at. But it will grab this actual geographical location. While this is thinking, something I do want to point out. If you come over here to, nope, sorry, not the library. Marketplace. See if I can find it real quick. They just released. Are they showcasing it? Are they showcasing it? Oh, they're not showcasing it right now. So this really, really, really cool thing that they just opened up. Permanently free collection. Please tell me it's right here at the beginning of this. No, it's not in here. Dang it. You can basically go anywhere in the world and you can check it out totally and completely for free. It runs all inside of here. Everything's 3D scanned. It's insane. They've actually got the, what's the little thing called? It's not a little thing either. It's the train station, downtown Denver. They've actually got that 3D scan. You can like walk around it and jump on top of it. Like, oh my gosh, it's so cool. So way awesome.
Whoa.
Okay, so here it is. This is exactly what you'd want. So I'm going to hit the 4 key on the keyboard. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the speed of the camera. This will make me fly really fast. So this really is downtown Denver. That's really what it looks like. There's actually a lot more concrete in the center here. But there it is. Like this is it. So we can then start to actually put in all of our pieces right here inside of this area. So let's see which way is north. Let's find out. Let's grab the time of day. And moon is on which side? There we go. So this way is north. Okay, cool. So yeah, we can set our time of day. So yeah, we'll go ahead and cut it off here. And then we'll actually build. So we've taken everything from ZBrush, we've dropped everything inside of Maya. And now the next step is we can actually drop it here inside of Twinmotion. So
Wow.
point out is that ZBrush is free for a month. Maya is free for a month, or if you're a student or a teacher, it's free for a year, and Twinmotion is free. So everything that you've seen me do thus far won't cost you anything as far as software goes, which is really, really awesome. So there's no sense in thinking that you have to be making lots of money to do all this stuff. It just takes a little bit of time and effort and energy and put it all in there. So save this one. Are there any questions? We have any questions? No, just kind of chugging along today. All right. Make it a thing. I'm going to save this as, let's go ahead and drop it into my solar system in here.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it becomes real. I love the idea too that you can explore it in VR, virtual reality. Just drop yourself into your creation.
So something else that we'll play with too is when we get this done, I can actually, you, whoever, we can actually upload this to the cloud. We'll leave the link in the actual video, and you'll be able to actually play this like through a web browser. You don't have to have the program to actually run it. So,
oh, cool.
Yeah.
So we can have like the virtual injuries. We can have them slip off the bridge and whatever. Like we can create some.
We'll just knock them off.
Work on the death animations.
Throw in some particles. There's actually, speaking of particles, these are funny. I wonder if they're actually still in here. Let's see if I can find them. So characters, animals, are they in here? Yep, there they are, the Death Squad. There they are.
No way. It is called the Death
The
Squad.
Death Squad. Yeah, it is a thing. And they're just birds. You just click and drag them in here.
That's hilarious.
There they are. That is your Death Squad right there.
That is, yeah. Circling overhead.
Just that one. There we go. Yeah, never a dull moment. I love it. I love it.
That's awesome.
Yep. So there we go, y'all. Thank you so much for watching.
Cool.
This is just part 2 of 3. Yeah. So next week we'll finish this up, and we will have a proper place that you can actually visit. It'll be a thing for sure. For sure, it's going to be awesome.
I look forward to it. And I eat my words when it becomes perfectly navigable.
Wander around in it.
Yeah. Are you going to be able to animate it?
Yeah. I'm gonna throw in some rotators and make the pieces go around.
Oh,
so we literally could probably knock somebody off into the water. Like it's gonna be.
I say we give it a shot. Just we prototype. Like that didn't hurt him that much. I mean, it was fun. They landed in the water. The children are gonna love that. They love getting knocked around a little bit,
It's about to be summertime. Everybody's been vaccinated.
You wanted to get in the water anyway, so
true.
Take some of the coins out of the bottom. People threw the coins in there. That's your compensation.
There you go.
Oh man, that's cool. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
So a three-parter.
Yeah,
a three-parter.
These usually take me about 3 hours to finish every time I do one. So I figured it'd be about that, which is not bad for a first draft on a proposal for something that could potentially take millions of dollars to put together and throw a couple of bucks in your pocket too. So
that's true. So, yeah. When are you going to do that?
Yes.
Yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
Gatlin will have, we'll be paying him the big coins to come in and talk to us about how he turned it blue at the last second there and has his monumental art piece.
You'll be working with NASA.
You got some good stuff in your pocket. I can't wait to see what you can do with your own art activities.
Yeah, these Twinmotion. I can't wait to get jumped. I've been waiting like weeks. Like I've been playing with it off camera. Y'all don't even know. Like it's so cool. I love it. It's so much fun. So
cool. All right, dude. Cool. Well, everybody, check us. You know the deal. Make sure you're subscribed and make sure you share your comments. If you have any special requests for Gatlin or you want to throw your thanks at him, throw it in your comments. YouTube is where we'll store all these forever and ever. So you could use those comments probably as your best location for doing that. And catch us on Twitter, Cleverlike and Ian Southwell 2.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week on Wednesday.
Adios all.
Thanks, dude.
Mm-hmm.
See ya.